went online to switch your car insurance to Progressive so you could save money. But then you saw a friend request from an old summer camp buddy. And now here you are, clicking through photos of his kickball team from 2011. Looks like they won the championship that year. Then he moved to Tulsa. Oh, a new tattoo. Yes, they said it was easy to save hundreds on car insurance with Progressive, but they forgot about the rest of the internet. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National average savings by new customer surveyed who saved in 2019.
Bad Reasons, the podcast had been on a very brief hiatus. The good news is I visited my son at The Ohio State University. He seems to like it. The bad news is, well, unfortunately, my mother-in-law back in the hospital, recurrence of cancer, just a terrible disease. I'm sure 99% of you listening, probably 100%, have been affected by it, but here we go anyway. Her surgery did go pretty well as could be expected, but Joe Duffy's picks, we just continue to win. Don't get a lot of sleep regardless of whether I'm in the home offices in the Atlanta area or whether or not we're in Columbus, Ohio, visiting my son. Just keeps to win. In fact, even better when I was on the road, hit every single play last week in the NFL. 762, 601 overall, 9-0 primetime NFL. TNT NFL side, or no, it's, what is it on Fox, whatever, or Thursday night football, 3 college football. Been working my tail off, so, sorry if I sound a little disheveled, but, yeah, we're picking winners after winners, not a whole lot of sleep, but Joe Duffy's Picks has a big weekend up, all at offshoreinsiders.com. Some news and notes, and we're going to have some ATS trends coming up in a moment as well, but some news and notes, and we will start it out with the some notes on the Dolphins and Texans. When you have 2 average offenses and a median total, it's going under at a 99 and 69 rate. Baylor and West Virginia. West Virginia quarterback Will Grier, off of a loss, is 4-0 straight up and against the spread. 17 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. However, West Virginia head coach Dana Holgorsen, 13-19 against the spread off a loss, 5-15 with at least 10 days rest. Combine the two, a horrid 0-8 against the spread and a margin of cover of minus 8.9. 79% of the public money is on the over here. Of course, the public does like betting overs, and they like betting high totals over. Ball State and Ohio is 20-11 in primetime games under Frank Solich. Advanced metrics suggest that Ball State's defense is getting worse each week. Ohio's offense is trending upwards. Ohio has 75% of the public bets. Toledo and Western Michigan. Is Western Michigan benefited by a baptism by fire? 6 straight wins off an opening losses to Syracuse and Michigan. For Toledo, 3rd game in 12 days, 4th in 19 days. Western Michigan, 74% of the bets, 77% of the money is on them. Among the biggest line moves of the week for any day, Western Michigan opened up as a 3-point favorite. They're now a 6.5-point favorite. Appalachian State and Georgia Southern, favorites with 29 points per game or better margin, or a go-against of 167 and 129 in games 5 or later. That would favor Georgia Southern. It does say to fade Appalachian State. Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech, a rare case of the majority of the bets on the under, though 55% of the money is on the over. Now let's get to some ATS trends. And this is the world's oldest sports betting podcast in the U.S., tracing our roots back to the Scorephone days. And yeah, back in the Scorephone days, the trends were a very popular feature, and they still are. All records are against the spread, except when we talk about over-unders. Miami 7-18 after allowing more than 30 points in their previous game. 5-17 on field turf, 1-7 on the road, 0-6 on the road, the teams with a winning home record. The Texans are 2-7 to the AFC, 1-7 on Thursdays, 1-7 on field turf. Some over-under trends. Miami's going under 8-1-1 on Thursdays. Houston's going under 5-0 following an ATS win. College football angles, and of course, as you can see, we are brought to you by MyBookie.ag. 100% sign-up bonus. Yeah, deposit $100, you can bet with $200 tonight if you use the promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y. Ball State and Ohio. Ball State 56-27 on the road, 5-11 overall, 5-11 on field turf, 3-9 following a straight-up loss. Ohio 6-0 on Thursdays, the 13-3 after accumulating more than 450 total yards in their previous contest. Bobcats are also 7-15 after scoring more than 40 points in their previous game, 5-16 following a straight-up win of more than 20 points. Toledo and Western Michigan. Toledo 34-16 after getting less than 170 yards passing in their previous game, 1-5 on the road against teams with a winning home record. Western Michigan 3-9 following an ATS win. They're 5-0 on Thursdays. Baylor and West Virginia. Baylor 4-1 after scoring less than 20 points in the previous game. West Virginia 7-22 at home against teams with a winning record. Appalachian State and Georgia Southern. App State 6-0 against teams with a winning record, 9-1 overall run. Georgia Southern 6-0 at home. They have dropped 4 straight Thursday games. Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech. The Yellow Jackets 3-8 following a double-digit home loss, 1-4 in the conference, 1-7 on grass. Virginia Tech, that is 11-5 at home. Again, visit offshoreinsiders.com for the most thoroughly vetted sports books and handicappers who have been winning, going back to tracing our roots to the score phone days, just like this podcast, and nobody has won more over the years than Joe Duffy's picks, and I'll tell you, nobody is hotter. Offshoreinsiders.com, the one-stop.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision.
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.